This video is brought to you by Longoni Cues.
Hi pool players, this is Terminator. Welcome back to another episode of Terminator Tips. In this episode I have an incredible drill for you called the Terrific 3. It's based on one of the components from Bert Kinister, component number 1. And this is really critical position play, angles, speed control for amateur pool players. If you're looking for a drill and a component that's going to build your game up, I would highly recommend doing this drill. I've done this myself in my early 20s hundreds and hundreds of times, and it really pays off. So let's jump on my Pro Start table, guide you through this entire process and make you a better player. Here's a quick explanation of how this Terrific 3 drill works. You have 3 balls on the table, they're on the middle diamonds, right here, and you're gonna run them out in numerical order, so in rotation. When you get to the last ball, you're gonna stop and you're gonna put the 2 balls back in a random position. So if I pocket the 1, and I pocket the 2, and I'm on the 3 here, I'm gonna stop, I take back the 1 and 2, and I'm gonna place them randomly back on the table. So let's say this time they're coming like this. Then I still have to shoot this 3, and this time I'm going to the lowest numbered ball. So then it's 3, 1, 2. Let's say I do that, and I get on the 2 with an angle. See, that's the key. To this entire drill, you need to keep your angles because you don't know where those other balls are going to come up. If you're straight in and the next ball is going to be here, you're in trouble. You have to prepare for that, so give yourself an angle on your last ball. Then you put them back again and you go 2, 1, 3. Then the 3 ball is your last ball. You continue your run. Continue your run. That's how you're gonna get better at speed control, angles, and the only final thing is you're not allowed to touch any of the object balls. So if you pocket a ball and touch another object ball while getting down there or up there, the run is over. Start with ball in hand. Here we go. I'm gonna walk you through 15 of the shots now that come up the most. The first one is very basic. In this case, we would just roll this ball in, keep our angle to go to the other side of the table. However, if we would have to go back from this ball, maybe here, it could make sense to give ourselves a little more room. Let's say we're like this, and we follow it 2 rails to get a bit more off the rail and onto the table. Now we can use our bridge a little more comfortable. We don't have to jack up or elevate. This could make sense. Very basic first shot. Second shot. This time we have a much bigger angle on the 1 to get to the 2. In this drill, you're gonna be taught to use 2 rails a lot of times. Why? Because a lot of times in this game, when you touch that last rail, you're coming into the line of position that you need. Once you touch this rail, you got that nice angle. If we would just go 1 rail like this, we have a risk. Here we have no shot. Or if we go here, we could be frozen on the rail or even straight in. Touching this rail guarantees you the same angle that you need to get from the 2 to the 3, and that is high percentage position play. That's what this drill is going to teach you a lot. So here again, a high ball, nice speed, nothing crazy. Going for that second rail. Look, boom, doesn't matter from here or here, it's the same shot. Great shot to practice for you beginner players. This is shot number 3, kind of on the 50-yard line between that first shot we had and the previous shot number 2. Could be if I just make this ball now, I'm coming very close to the corner pocket, straight in, frozen on the rail. Not a lot of good things are gonna happen. I have to make a decision here. This time, again, think about that second rail. I wanna come 1, 2, I wanna try and touch the rail here and just come out for a nice angle. I'm gonna use a 1 tip of left spin. So it would be 11 o'clock on the cue ball. If the cue ball was a clock. I just want to pass that 2 ball and touch the rail like that. Great shot again to practice. Look at that beautiful angle that I have because I touched the rail here. From here to here, it's the same thing, high percentage. Shot number 4 is even more funky. Less angle, coming down to this side now is very hard to do. If I just roll it in, I'm coming super close to the 2. That doesn't work. I have to use stun, run through. So that's middle ball or 1 tip above the middle. I want to cross over to the other side. Stunning it would bring me too high. Rolling it's going to come too low. I need to just slide down towards this diamond. Remember, touching that second rail to come out for a great angle. Let's see if we can do one. Not an easy shot. Tip position's crucial. I hit it about a middle ball. Not too hard, not too soft. You need it to grab. But you see, when you hit it well and it comes to that diamond, you get beautiful results. Shot number 5 here is a very nice basic opening shot from the yo-yo drill. I'm gonna put a link here on the top. We use some low right spin. We just go 1 rail. No need to go to the second rail here. We would be too far away from our work. We wanna just end up in this area here to give ourselves an angle to go on to the 3. So low right, nice speed, giving ourselves options to go this way or even the 2 rails down there that we saw in the previous examples. Shot number 6 here is again an example from the yo-yo drill. We want to get from the 2 to that 3, but remember, I can't really hold it. If I end up here and this 3 ball would be my last ball and the next ball would come back here, I'm going to be in trouble. I need an angle on that last ball to continue the run. So this time I'm going to opt for touching the second rail, come back out and guarantee myself an angle. Low right spin on this shot, medium speed, not too hard. You're going to see great results when touching that rail. Here it comes. Usually goes to this diamond from that angle. Great angle to do multiple things. Shot number 7, I'm fairly straight in. I have to put on the reverse now with some low right. Touching this rail here, the right spin is going to bring me towards the 3 into the line of position that I need. I need that angle. So from here to here, that would be great. Low right spin. There it comes. Hit the rail here, the right spin grabs, bringing me out super nicely with a great angle. Shot number 8. This one is different from the yo-yo drill. In the yo-yo drill, you were not allowed to touch the bottom rail. With this one, we are. So we can start practicing coming 2 or 3 rails from the bottom rail back and up. I have a very slight angle here. So I don't want to go and hit the 3rd rail, I think. I want to go 1, 2, and come all the way here for a nice shot on the 2. And once again, medium speed. There it comes. Nothing too fancy. 1 o'clock on the cue ball, back in position. Shot number 9 here is a good one to practice and have in your bag of tricks. Let's say there's some blocking balls here. It's hard to go back this way to the 2 with high right now. I have a bit more angle, so I have to put in a little bit more spin. 2 o'clock on the cue ball. I'm gonna go 3 rails this time for the 2. Check it out. This one gives great reaction. 1, 2, and 3. Avoiding potential traffic here. Back in great line. Practice this one. Shot number 10 here can cause a little bit of a debate. Why? Because some players prefer to go 1 rail and up for this shot for the 2, but in my experience and opinion, you could get too short. If you hit it too soft, you have no shot, and if you hit it too hard, you also get into trouble. You're too far away and too straight. With a bit of practice, you will recognize this shot better and go 2 rails. 1 rail here, 2 rails here, and it's kind of coming into the line of position, but then in reverse, because we're gonna touch the rail and we're going away from the line of position, but it's still gonna be the same line all the way. So it's extremely high percentage. You just have to learn the tip position and the speed to get here on the rail. And with practice, you're gonna master this. I will do this all day long, every day if I have the option. And when you come from this diamond and the object ball is about in the middle diamond, it's 1 tip of right, nothing more, nothing less, a little bit of spin. Look at that, works like a charm. Perfect angle now to come to the 3. And when it's a bit higher up, all the way to about the middle of these 2 diamonds, then you just use 2 tips of spin, about 2 o'clock on the cue ball. Same speed, nice tip position. Once again, hitting the rail and guaranteeing me that same angle. In my book, that's the biggest and most high percentage of position play. So practice this one, this is a big weapon. And when I'm on the other side of the object ball, here in example 11, I'm gonna apply the same principle, but just this time low in the cue ball. So coming from this angle here, even from here, I'm gonna use stun with just a tip of right. To touch that second rail. See, same principle, just knowledge and tip position. And when the cue ball is a little bit higher up, all the way to the midway point between these 2 diamonds, I would say, I'm just gonna lower my tip position somewhat, low right this time, same principle, same stroke, same speed, low right. Look how nicely that works. That is so much better than going 1 rail and floating up and taking the chance to get straight in or hitting it too soft and having no shot at all. Shot number 12 here. I'm really straight in and I have to get to that side of the table. I have to use draw, in this case with right spin. Let the spin grab and spin it out towards that side. Not easy, gotta practice this one, comes up a lot. Low right. And let the spin grab. That puts you back into position. And a more extreme example here, very close to the cushion, same principle, draw with low right, enough spin to make it accelerate off that second rail. There it comes. With some practice, you will get that down too. Shot number 13 is a nice example when you've come too high on position, but no panic. We can use 2 rails again, 1, 2, and once we touch this rail, remember we're coming into the line of position. So this is actually pretty good position. Just a high ball, good aiming. Check it out, here it comes. Second rail, from here all the way to here, it's the same shot. First try, you will get this down also. Well, you would say maybe, Niels, that's great if that object ball is here, but what if it's here? Well, no panic. This is just an extension of one of the shots from the up and down drill. Object ball here and here. With a little bit of high right, we would go 1, 2, 3, and just come off the rail. And now we're just gonna hit it slightly harder to come into a nice position for the 3. High right, nice stroke. Here it comes. Good example here that the angle from here to here is the same. This time I hit it a little bit too soft, but I still have a good angle to go to any part of the table for my next shot that is following up. Shot number 15 is a nice example when I'm very straight in, and this time I have to get to the other side of the table. First we were doing it with draw to go there. Now we have to go with follow and a lot of spin to this side. This is a middle ball, just above middle, with a lot of spin to the right side this time. Remember, this ball might deflect depending on your shaft, so you have to adjust the aim slightly, maybe a bit more to the right, because the cue ball is going to curve towards the inside of the ball. So here, a lot of right spin needed. There it comes. It's going to kick out off that second rail and bring you back into position. Great shot to practice. And now I just want to walk you through a couple of racks to show you my thinking and execution. Here, ball in hand, I just want to get a little bit lower for that 2 rail position. Just a high ball here. Nice angle. Remember, we spoke about this 2 rail position with high right. We need an angle on that third ball because we don't know where the next ball is going to end up. We want to put this randomly on the table without looking. So let's say it's here now. Then we have that nice yo-yo shot. This is where everything comes together, your practice. This would be 2 rails. It's too much angle to go 1 rail. 2 rails. Just bumping the rail there to give myself an angle. Here, I don't want to be too close to the rail because I might have to go backwards. I think going 2 rails forward gives me good options here. A lot of room to make a bridge. Just a high ball, nothing else. There it is. Give yourself that angle. Give yourself angles all the time. Let's say we got the one here now. I think I see personal preference here. I could go all the way around, but I think it's still low enough for me to draw it with low left. Touch that second rail. I would do this all day long. See, that works so nicely. You can do that too. And we end up here with a beautiful yo-yo shot. That first one, just low left. See, giving myself an angle on that last ball because we don't know where these puppies are gonna end up. Let's see. Boom, boom. Let's make it a little, mix it up just a little bit. The 3 was our last ball, so that's gonna be the first funky angle. We spoke about this. I think I have to go 2 rails to the bottom rail, a little bit of left. Lovely. Not a lot of angle. I could stun it with left 2 rails, or I could go around. I think that's laying a bit better. Just a high ball, a little bit of right spin. Nice. And you see, when you start mastering this, you are gonna have a lot of fun. You're gonna feel a lot of power because you have this cue ball on a string. Low left here, past the side pocket, 2 rails. Check it out, cue ball control, that's what you are gonna get as well. Follow it down, 2 rails. Oh, I scratched. Talking and playing sometimes isn't easy, but you see what you can get. You're gonna feel power. I can do 20s, 30s, 50s with this. I want you to get better at this as well. Practice this, pool players. This is the basics for position play and angles. Go to work, you're gonna love it. There you go, pool fans. I'm sure you love this drill. Spend the time on this. Your cue ball control, your pattern play, your understanding of position, everything is gonna take a big leap forward, and that's what you want for your game. Don't forget to check out all the other great content on the channel. There's tips and lessons here uploaded all the time for various topics. And remember, if you want to work on the mental part of your game, head over to the Terminator College, join the hundreds that are already there, work on the mental side, become stronger there also. I'll see you in the next video.